Welcome to the live, y'all. Welcome to the live. I have to get the vibes going. Okay, we have to get the vibes going, but let's run it back. Let's run it back. Welcome to our live. This is like our last live of the season, y'all. Last live of the season. How y'all doing? Where y'all watching from? Coming to the Chizats. Okay, how y'all doing? What's the vibe like tonight? What's the vibe? Are we kicking? Do y'all need a little bit of comfort? Do y'all need some entertainment? Are we being a little bit professional? Okay. Are we keeping it, closed in, tight knit in the box? Okay. Are we keeping it professional? Are we keeping it like we always do, y'all? Like we always do. But come on in. Okay. Let me know where you're watching from. Okay. Hit that like. Let me know if you're a subby. Let me know if this is your first time so I can shout you out, celebrate you. Okay. Celebrate you. But I'm Denise Brady. Okay. We've been doing this for how long? A month now, y'all? The rotation is hidden. Okay. The rotation is hidden. Okay. Okay. I have not seen your name. So, all right, this is your first live. How you doing? How you doing? Okay. We got our member up in here. We got to shout out the members. Okay. We got to put some respect on their name. Okay, we got to shout the members because, they keep this thing going round. Y'all get a little bit of extra. Okay, shout out to all the members. I see you, boo-boos. Okay, we need to come up with some kind of name for all of my subbies. I still don't know what to name y'all. Okay, but, come into the chat. Hey, girl, hey, 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 girl, hey. I don't know. Y'all might, I got my old school glasses on because my other one's in the car and I like going out to get them. But professional Denise is here. Okay, I got my professional glasses on. Okay. Now I may not be Christ-like, but I can bring the, Christian therapist on the fence. Okay. I can be that person who has a very soft-spoken voice. It's not ratchet. Okay, it's not ratchet. Is that what y'all want tonight? The professional? Okay. Hi, how you doing? Okay. Hi. Is this what y'all want? Y'all want the low key? Because some of y'all be in the chat saying you really somebody therapist. So let me tone it down tonight. Okay. Let me know if y'all want the tone down professional. Okay. Professional. What am I thinking, girl? I ain't that girl. I ain't never been that girl. Okay. But welcome. First time live, of course. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to a new person. Okay. First time on the live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. Oh, Milwaukee. I haven't seen that one. Milwaukee. Crystal, you said, no, you don't want the Christian in me. I am not Christ-like. Ohio. Ohio. Okay. LeBron still got that second family out there. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Okay, North Hollywood. Okay, LA. Okay. The other side of the 10 freeways. I like what the um what's that freeway? The 101? Is that going that way? Yeah, I know this show is raggedy. Let me look that up real quick. No production. I'm not produced. Internet be going slow sometimes. Okay. Oh yeah, what y'all snacking on tonight? Okay, what y'all snacking on tonight? You just joined the membership too earlier this week. Okay, I recognize the name. See, I remember things about y'all. Okay, so let's give you a shout out because you did just join the membership this week. Shout out to you. Let's do it one more time. Yes, thank you for joining the membership. Thank you. It's only 99 cents, y'all. 99 cents. Okay. You want to see the sisters back together, but they are together though, right? Right? You getting them on screen together. You are getting it. So what do you mean by together? Because we are seeing them together, but broken in pieces. Okay? Broken in pieces. The season is finally over. Is it what y'all expected? Did y'all expect something different? Now I told y'all they was gonna drag it on out. They're gonna drag it on out. Now I was not expecting there to be a retreat at the end. That was surprising. I'm not gonna call it a retreat. A retreat. It was kind of like a wannabe reset. Okay, they tried to reset things. Okay. Oh, I did pronounce it correctly. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, you're welcome. So make sure you're hitting that like as we get into our live tonight. Raise your hand if you were enjoying Tawanda's wedding. If you didn't get enough, you wanted more. You want more of the reception. You wanted more of the vows. You wanted more of that lavender, the bedazzling, more of Sean's wig. Okay. Crystal said, Crystal Lake, you know I love that. Crystal Lake. Okay, old school right there. If you know, you know. Okay. Crystal said they were done and just threw the last 2 episodes out. Yes. That's why I kept asking, like, how many episodes are there? Because I couldn't find an episode listing anywhere. And then at the end, they're like, here go your last 2 episodes. Thanksgiving next week. Take y'all season. Okay. Alicia, you said I could care less about Tawanda's wedding. You sure? You sure? Because they only gave us what 3 episodes, 5 of the pre-planning, and then another what 2.5 episodes leading up to the wedding. Okay. And another thing I clocked that when we saw the scene of her crying with the mask under her eyes, I know it's gonna be about, I know it's gonna be about Tracy. Okay, we gotta throw Tracy's name in there somehow, right? You cold. You cold. Okay. Now I don't like to talk about kids on here, but the daughter's dress, y'all. The daughter's dress. We could have spent a little bit more money on fabric. Okay. No. No. And somebody explained the lavender thing to me. Is lavender just her favorite color? Did it have some significance? I kept thinking it had a significance to Tracy, maybe. But somebody let me know what is the significance of the lavender. But here we are. We got the wedding and we're done. Now I did, before we get to the retreat, I kind of want to talk a little bit about, I guess there's no picture over here. I want to talk a little bit about Vaughn. Okay. Now, I'm a little sad about Vaughn. because his health is not looking great, y'all. He has what congestive heart failure and early onset kidney disease. Not a good combination. And we said that his skin does not look great. He does not look like he's doing well. They had to leave the wedding earlier because he once again probably did not disclose, or maybe he did and realized it's the wedding day and we really can't miss the wedding. Um, but he had to be rushed away. And I just feel like Trina cannot afford to lose somebody else. Okay. Her mama seem like she having health issues. Toni having health issues. And then to find out that she on high blood pressure medication her damn self. Okay. It's not looking too good. Only for him to be in the hospital eating catfish plates. Catfish plates. Okay. Crystal said it's her favorite color. That's why she wants to do the purple. Okay. I thought it was maybe some going back to it being about her sister again. Okay. Happy Saturday, Silk and Sand. You be on here. Hey girl, hey. Hey girl, hey. Beth, what up, Beth? I don't get Bond because it's giving. Ooh. I don't understand how he's so nonchalant. I think, in some ways he's fearful of not being here. And so I think there's a lot of denial. And I think sometimes men cope through denial, avoidance. And I think he's coping through avoidance. You saw when she was trying to get rid of, what was it, some snacks? He was like, oh no, baby, you're not getting rid of my snacks. But the double whammy, two things you really need to survive: your kidneys and your heart. Some other stuff you can, your gallbladder, but you need them kidneys to flush out some stuff, and you need your heart. And so both those things, and I'm sure this season was filmed. When did she get married? Like, was it April of this year she got married? So that means it's been at least 6 months since the show wrapped, and I'm not seeing a difference in his weight, his size, his skin. I'm not seeing that there's really been an effort to lose weight so he won't have surgery. I'm not really seeing a difference. And it's scary though, because those are two vital things. You don't want to have to be on dialysis every day for the rest of your life. Yeah, it's scary. It's scary. Yeah, I did love Dr. Brown's energy. Okay. That's the thing also I liked about her, is that she knew them more than just patients. That's a theme I've seen in ATL. Dr. Jackie, um, this doctor, we haven't really Dr. Heavenly. It seems like they have more familiar relationships with their clients and patients. Whereas when I go to the doctor, it's like, okay, girl, you got 10 minutes. You've been waiting this waiting room for 20, but I got 5 minutes to talk to you. Okay. Oh, you've been having some pain in your side. You sure it's just not a bowel movement? You sure you just ain't constipated? Let's have you walk. Okay. Go on a little bit of a walk, see if that helped. And it looks like you had some blood work already done this year. So all right, well, I'm gonna have my nurse come in and give you the wrap up, give you print out your sheet, and then yeah, bye. Who can relate? But out there, it seemed like, okay, the doctor's trying to get to know you like more. All right, more. Yes, Queen. It is so sad to watch him. It's so sad. Crystal said 8 months and he's done nothing. They said he was on a 90-day plan. Where? And what was the plan? Was supposed to be what, exercise, I'm guessing, and diet change. I don't see it. I don't see it. And not only does he have, Trina to live for, but from what I heard, he got kids who we never see. Okay. Wonder why his kids don't, where the kids at? Okay. Beth said, I agree. My daughter was diagnosed with cancer when she was 2 and her dad was in denial. When the doctor mentioned how she will lose her hair, he said, how do you know that? Don't say that. Yeah, a lot of denial. Fear and denial come together and then you get avoidance. Okay, then you get avoidance. He is not taking it seriously, no. Very similar to the mother and Toni, heart failure is not something to be taken lightly. It is not. But I feel like in this family, when it comes to health, they do take it lightly. I want to say it doesn't even feel like it doesn't feel like Tracy, not Tracy, Toni also, I feel like she takes her health seriously, but at the same time, doctors have told her over and over again, you should not be out there performing. And she still continues to do it anyway. So I don't know what it looks like for this family to seriously take care of their health. Okay. Oh, hey, Amber, you joined the membership too this week. I remember you too. So let's give you a little bit of a shout out. Thank you. And once again, the membership is only $1. Go on over there and hit that link to join the membership. Okay. Join the membership. Yeah, it must be something about having doctors in the South and on the East Coast. I've only had doctors in California. I went to the doctor since I've been here in Texas. And it was different. I will say it was very different. Okay. Um, I went there thinking it was gonna be the same thing I got in California, like a little bit of like, oh, you're gonna wait in here 30 minutes and I'm gonna come in and say, go on a walk. Here's your printout. And they're like, "Oh, no, you're actually here for a physical and you're here for a wellness check." I'm like, "Okay, what's a wellness check?" In California, you should talk to me. "No, girl, put that gown on. Put your feet in these two little things right here." I was like, "Oh, y'all the real deal out here." Boy, was I shocked. Silk said neither Vaughn nor Trina look like they've lost weight. To me, people who like to cook should have an advantage in healthy eating. That's true, but they also say don't trust a skinny cook. I think it's hard to kind of be a cook and not put on weight when you're testing the food while you're cooking it. You're eating the food while you're cooking it. So I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I think it's also hard to when you in the kitchen all the time or all the time cooking for other people, for yourself. I think it's easier just like, oh, let me taste this macaroni. Let me taste how this fish coming out, how this rice is coming out. Um, I think it can be kind of hard. Okay. Hey, Amber. Yeah, Beth is saying it's all fear, like you said. He looks sad and afraid, but he's putting on a laying them down, not laying the sisters down. Mm. Somebody said that, Vaughn is similar to Gabe in that he's just looking for a come up. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So true. I partnered with my doctor to get my blood pressure and weight under control for almost 2 years, breaking some hard patterns. Yes, it is very hard. And my doctor said, we can do this. See, your doctor was about more than just being another number. We can do this. Okay. I'm in it with you. Brenna said her doctor and her have a patient and friends relationship. My family and friends with my doctor. Yes. Yes. Right. Because I want to I be wanting to have the whole pan of food be too good. See? See? And I don't watch their YouTube cooking thing, but do they be cooking healthy meals? Like I don't watch it, so um I don't watch it. But we get past that. And last episode we saw um, Tamar saying that she wanted to have a sister retreat. Okay, so the ladies fly out to Malibu. Of course, Tawanda's like, I ain't in it. I'm a newlywed. I'm a newlywed. I'm a newlywed. Okay. I ain't got time for healing. And what have I said? There is no value in healing to this family. There's no money in it. I don't have time for it. And if you are trying to heal as a sisterhood and your healing is tied to we, us, it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard. Some of y'all saying they should look into a gluten or vegan diet. That is very extreme for people who eat a lot of sugar, fat, and healthy. To go from eating like all that processed food to straight vegan would be, I think that'd be rough on them. Okay. She was making bacon wrapped donuts. Was this recent? Hey, CG. Is it Alicia? Speaking of health diet, you hear about how Medi-Cal is no longer going to be covered. Oh, for the GOP shots, I have it. I didn't even know that Medi-Cal covered those GOP shots. Bacon wrapped hot donuts. A lot. I've heard places who have bacon, not bacon. I guess it's bacon on there, but the hamburgers where each bun is a glazed donut. Y'all haven't seen that with bacon on it and cheese? Y'all saying it's nasty. Y'all have not seen that? It's a big thing, and maybe it was more on the West Coast. They gaslit so Tamar so bad was sick. Toni is always so loose. So let's get into retreat, y'all. Let's get into the retreat. Yeah, Vaughn is not about to go no vegan. Oh, I did not know it. I did not know that. They need to lose more weight. Oh man. So they, we get to the retreat. At first it's just what Trini and Tamar. Okay. And I notice how without Towanda there, what happens? Healing is possible. Conversations are possible. Okay, without her being present. And the one thing I really enjoyed was that they had I want to say experts, but they had professionals. Okay, Dr. Reese, and they had Chelsea, a sound bath wellness person. Now I said in my video that I actually went to one of her sound baths. Like, she's really good. She actually did a sound bath at a panel thing that I went to about mental health, and Tabitha Brown was one of the speakers on the panel in LA. At this point, was that almost 2 years ago? A year and a half ago? And she was actually one of the people who started off. She did sound bath for everybody. So it was good to see, like, oh, okay, something different. Professionals, people here. Okay, people here. Yeah, yeah, on the donut burgers. Yes, they have donut burgers on the West Coast. That's why I'm like, I haven't heard of that. You said it. Okay, you said it. And so in the beginning, they're getting there. Now, I think they had, well, let me go back. Was it that they had dinner, or did they go straight into the sound bath thing? I think they had dinner first. And the thing about this family is that maybe they did. I'm trying to remember. When she brought up Birdman, was that the first the first night, or was it the retreat first? I can't remember. Anyway. Okay, they have this sound bath as one of the things, and Trina is not into it because she's trying to go to heaven. She's not messing with no spiritualness. She's not trying to mess with the devil. And girl, it's just sound. And I posed this question right before I went live on Threads. Does being so religious and faith-based make you rigid and not open to alternative means of healing? That you can only pray, you can't do no somatic therapy, you can't do no EMDR therapy, you can't do no sound bath, because the way is Jesus. The only way is Jesus. Okay. And I think Tamar also brought up her having anxiety. And you just see the stigma You see the stigma. It's like anxiety. I ain't got that. I ain't got anxiety. Now, back in the day, it was called bad nerves. Oh, the dinner was first. Okay. The dinner was first. Now, I'm going to end this part and then go back to the dinner. I want y'all to think about something because a lot of our elders used to say, "What? I just got bad nerves." Okay. I just got bad nerves. No, mama. No, big mama. You had anxiety. I want y'all to sit on that. Sit on that as we go back to the dinner. It was anxiety, big mama, anxiety. um, but yes, they have this dinner. Thank you, Beth, for bringing me back. Okay, I'll be talking, doing these videos. I'm like, what was the beginning again? So they're at this dinner, and that's I think when the anxiety part comes up. And to me, I'm just like, why do we? I'm gonna blame it on us too. Why do we continue to let Toni get away with not sharing her life? These women don't want to share their real lives. And that's one of the reasons Tamar gets in trouble. It's because she's tired of faking it. And like I've been saying, she got her shit too. She got her issues. She got things that she faking it about too. But at this dinner, like stuff was being brought up. Oh, shh. We talking about Birdman? We talking about Birdman? We talking about Birdman? I thought we were supposed to talk about that. About him. Okay. I'm just like, Toni gets away with doing the least. Okay? Doing the least. Y'all say it wasn't about the devil. Y'all saying Trina is annoying. Amber said yes, for some faith is anti-ethical to science and medicine. Okay. But I want y'all, let's sit back as a family. Are we part of the problem? Have we been letting Toni get away with not sharing her real life? Because her check clears without having to do much. I feel like thinking back now, this is probably the most of her personal life this season. I don't know that we've got in a long time, if ever. And I don't understand why she keeps wanting to deny, similar to Tamar, that she was married to that man. Now, as of a month ago, when I saw that Tamar Hall interview that has been erased from the internet, she actually admitted to being married to him. Okay. Now Tamar is still kind of not really admitting that she was married to that man, Mr. KFC. Okay. But is it our fault? Is it our fault that she's sitting there? She don't want to talk about her personal life. I'm not going to talk about that. Trina don't want to talk about the fact that she's on high blood pressure medication. And Tamar is in a place where I want everything out. Yeah, she was Mr. KFC. Mr. KFC. She met him over on that show, King's Court. That's the one season I didn't watch. I watched the second season. I started to watch the third, but I saw where it was going. I'm like, I'm not about to waste my time. I'm not about to waste my time. And let me say something, because somebody came in my comments earlier saying, I was on my appreciation post, I think it was. Somebody said, you might be watching too. Somebody said, the last time I decided to watch a show with you, you bailed. You bailed on Reasonable Doubt. Okay. The thing about me is that this is my channel. This is my channel. And I can decide what I want to watch and what I don't want to watch. And the thing about some shows, it becomes work. I don't need everything in my life to be work. I do enough. Okay. Some of y'all, I'm y'all therapist. Quiet as kept. Y'all not going to real therapy. Y'all watching my videos. Okay. And so I quit Reasonable Doubt. You know why? Because I want to experience joy without it being productive. And y'all need to clock that. You can experience joy without it being productive. And I was enjoying the show. I was loving the show. I watched the whole thing. But I felt like, okay, the views are not clocking. I'm tired of fighting this algorithm. I'm going to enjoy this shit and talk to my sister, her baby daddy about it. I shouldn't say her baby daddy because she's not going to like that. Okay. But I'm just going to sit back and enjoy without it feeling like work. And I watched the whole season. And yes, I stopped recapping it. It's, my channel, my choice. Okay. I do a lot. Y'all get full-time content out of me. Some weeks y'all get 10 videos a week. On top of me being a mother, a phenomenal wife, okay, a therapist. There is a lot that I do, and if I make the decision that I don't want to be productive, I want to just have joy in my life without it being productive, I have that right. Okay. And so for somebody to say you bailed, girl, I'm helping people not want to unalive themselves. Okay. I'm helping somebody decide they still want to be here. I'm somebody's only friend. Okay, y'all about to make me get emotional. I'm somebody's only everything. So if I decide that I want to enjoy some shit because my day has been helping somebody stay on this earth, then I'm a fucking bail. Okay? So don't come in my comments on no bullshit. Because I give y'all everything. I don't know how I do it all. But one thing is for sure, my primary job is to be somebody's therapist. And if somebody comes to me as their only person, that is heavy and that is a lot. So if I don't have the energy to keep up with a TV show for y'all, that is okay. Because I know at the end of the day, I make an impact, whether I recap Reasonable Doubts or I'm sitting across from somebody, keeping them alive. Because they telling me they don't want to be here no more. Okay? Now let me calm that shit down. But I don't like that. I don't. Because I do a lot. I do a lot. And this is not my primary job. This is a hobby that became a productive thing and became productive joy. Okay. Let me get some tissue. But yeah, I do a lot, y'all. Like, so I really didn't appreciate that. But we have to learn that not everything needs to be productive. You can experience joy and not have it turn into a hustle, not have it turn into a job, not have it turn, I'm gonna quit my job to do this joyful thing. Okay. This is fun for me. It was never supposed to be what it is, to be honest. I like to talk about TV and just have a good time. So let's get back to the party. Okay. Okay. Can we get back to the party? But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. Okay. No, it's not. I'm back. I had to chin check some folks. But yeah, I do work overtime in all areas of my life. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Yes, I decide what I want to recap, y'all. And it's always the faceless accounts. Yeah, can we just chill? Can we just chill? You said, hey, I went to the bathroom. What happened? And this is the thing, Satin. People forget that people are people. Whether you watch the TV shows, you watch content creators, we're people. Okay, we're people. But I wonder if we're part of the problem when it comes to the Braxtons. They're not giving us their authentic lives, but we still watch. Why aren't we seeing Birdman? Why aren't we seeing more of Toni's life? Because she has been getting away with not doing a lot for so long. And we just skip over and we're okay with it. So that's why I'm like, We might be part of the problem. Okay. We might be part of the problem. Now, they talked about that at the dinner. Anything else that I missed from the dinner scene? You missed nothing, girl. Hey, Sandra. But yeah, I think the problem is that Tamar is in a place where she wants to be more of her authentic self. The world has gotten used to a version of her. And I think that the sisterhood has been able to use her as a shield. Okay. I also feel like in this episode they talk about her not having a Grammy. Ain't no way at this point she shouldn't have a Grammy. Somebody made a good point in the comments that maybe her behaviors are the reason why she doesn't have a Grammy because it distracts from her creativity and her gift of singing. Okay. So maybe it's that. Maybe it's that. Okay. Yeah, it was nice to see both her boys. I wonder if maybe she's protecting them more. Maybe they don't want to be a part of the show. But why aren't we seeing more of her personal life? Ooh, funny how we can talk about Vaughn's medical issues in detail, but we can't talk about Trina's blood pressure on camera. Very true. Very true. Oh, yeah, since Towanda wasn't there, they had the blow up doll. And what they put crackers in her mouth the first night. Yeah, Toni had to be prim and proper, y'all. Okay, prim and proper. Even with the private chef, she wanted a really bougie menu. They were going to eat like seafoam flavored yams and stuff like that. Yeah, it's so interesting to watch them talk about her, miss her, but I'm like, where was this energy when she was alive? Tracy's here she's here with us also. I have on my necklace. Okay, I have on my necklace. Ooh, queen. They love exploiting others. Ooh. Yolanda said when you sign up for reality TV, you will have to be prepared for whatever comes with that, secrets and all. I don't think so. I don't think so. Look at these housewives and husbands. Look at the stuff they've been getting away with for so long. Because people go on reality TV and think that they can hide and get away with stuff. Okay. But watching them and then they have the sound bath. Trina's not open to it. Um, at times I feel like Tony's just there so she won't get fined. Okay, she don't really want to be there. What you say, Beth? Beth says it feels like Towanda having food in her mouth signified her always having Tamar's D. Yeah, messy. It's always full. Oh, you said it triggers you because you have a mother and sister like them. And that's the thing also, I think it highlights this show does highlight family, the dysfunctional dynamics, what healing looks like, what happens when one person decides they want to start doing the work and the rest of the family does not. Tamar is very much a product of the scapegoat. Okay. I'm tired of being the scapegoat. I'm tired of being the identified patient, the identified problem. And I want change in a system that does not want change. The system around her does not want change. Okay. Were there tears? Maybe I missed the tears. You're right, Beth. Maybe I missed the tears. It's just. Right. I wonder how close they really were when she died. And, low key, I've been kind of thinking about, I might just try, reach out to Kevin. Okay, and see if he would be willing to, come on Kevin Sr. and give me his side. Um, I just feel like his story's not being told. And as a grieving father, husband, it would be kind of cool to like have a conversation with him. And not a salacious one, but like a real one. Yeah, that's been the game. The world has made it okay to gang up on her. And I think she's tired. But Tamar wants to be accepted, seen, and supported. Okay. She wants to be supported and protected is another key thing I picked up on. She wants to feel protected and she doesn't. And I don't know if she'll ever get that from this. And I think that's a key thing. I wonder if she's ever felt protected by her mother, her father, her relationships. And I think the things that she did not get from her parents, she's seeking out in men. And I think a lot of people can relate to feeling like something is missing, the love, the feeling seen, feeling protected. Did you grow up feeling protected by your parents? Because now she's seeking it out in relationships. And each time she was with, was he African, that Nigerian guy? How long was she with him? A cool minute until it broke down. And then was her next relationship KFC or was it somebody else? Because she was with that African for a cool minute. He felt like she was fake crying. That's true. We haven't really seen Logan. I think as a mother, I think maybe she just probably protecting him. We talked about Scratchy. Okay. Scratchy was not there because he said he lost his license. But if you watch the interview with his father's looking at him like, tell the truth. Tell the truth. Okay. And so it came out, he actually was honest and said that he was not there because the girl that he was dating at the time was having a miscarriage at the same time as Towanda's wedding. And he had to make a choice. Do I leave this girl here by herself as she's having a miscarriage, or do I go to Towanda's wedding? And he chose to stay back and be with the woman who was having a miscarriage. Okay. So that's why he wasn't there. Her son also was not there. She said because he was in the Navy, he couldn't get released for the wedding. Don't know how much I believe that one. I do believe he could possibly be in the Navy. I guess he could have been going through some training, couldn't have gotten permission to leave base or whatever, but I don't really believe that one. The crying was just so dramatic and quick. I don't know though. I think a person can say that, but your actions, I think, show you still want that. You want to feel a part. You want to feel seen. But at some point, you have to let go. And that's hard. And somebody asked me earlier, what does it look like to let go? How do you let go? You got to work on whatever it is you are looking for in them other people, sisters, mama, daddy, your ex. What you are looking for and trying to foster out of them, you got to learn it's already in here. That to me is the first step of letting go, is recognizing what is missing from what I think is missing from myself is already in here. And if I continue to try and get it from other people, places, and things, it's never going to work because those people, places, and things will eventually disappoint me. So I have to stop reaching out and reach in and grab hold of whatever is inside of me that I'm seeking from other people and myself. And also understand that letting go comes with some pain, some grief, some hurt. Grieving the relationships that you want, you need, but are non existent. And the grief part is very heavy because you want it so bad. And you're grieving people who are still here and living. who are living their life, doing their thing. So you have to those are the hard things that nobody talks about when it comes to healing is letting go and grieving what you're letting go of. The memories, the future you thought you would have with them people, that person is really hard. I think it's time for Tamar to let go. And I'm not sure if it's completely let go of the sisterhood, the idea of what she needs from them not being there. But the only true way she's going to heal is to start letting go of some things. Anybody watching this, you can only heal when you get comfortable with being uncomfortable with letting go, whatever that looks like in your life. But you have to start letting go. Okay. Y'all feel like Toni can give us more, of course, but she doesn't have to. Okay, she doesn't have to. It's not like we are asking to see her fight or argue with Brian. There are so many things she could talk about without harming her brand. Very true, but she doesn't have to. Okay, the world has shown her she don't have to. I think Toni, in some ways, is one of the last celebrities who still has mystique. You know, in the 90s when we didn't have phones, social media, you only knew about a celebrity or your favorites' personal life when they did an interview. They had an album coming out. And they would do a little bit of. They would go on Oprah. What else was the show back in the day where they would go and talk about music or things that they were doing? Only when they were doing a movie or something when they came out. There was a mystique. And I think Toni still has a little bit of that. But I wonder if you can have that in an era where everything's on social media. But I think in some ways it's still working for her to have that mystique. Did y'all see how much weight Vince has lost? He look a whole different person, y'all. Have y'all seen that video? Tamar's a scapegoat now because Tracy was the original. You are right. You are right. Okay. You are right. Yeah, I don't think that Kevin Jr. should have been in charge of her estate. It's music we haven't gotten. I just don't think he's very business savvy. I think it should have been someone who's business savvy, but maybe that Tracy trusted. Okay. That's true. I guess she could have waited to get married so her son could have been a part of her day. That's true also. But you know, she was all about marrying Sean, my fiance, my husband. That's it. How do you give it to yourself essentially if it's protection and community? I think it goes okay. So let's talk about that for a second. Let me know if this is getting too therapeutic on y'all too. So when it comes to protection and community, I think that goes back. Let's take it back. It goes back to safety. Okay. Have you ever felt safe? Safe in your body, safe in the world? What does safety look like? Okay. So I want you to go back and think about what does safety look like where I am today or when I was a child? Okay. And if you can get to a point where you recognize you can feel safe, then I think in some ways, I wouldn't say that's all the protection you need. But I think you have to go back to think about if you ever felt safe, what does safety feel like? If you never felt it, what do you want it to feel like? So it goes back to first we have to start the safety point before we can get to protection. And so you have to think about your first core memories of safety did exist. Do you ever remember feeling safe? Okay, so let's talk about that. And the other layer of that is also with the protection. Have you ever felt protected? What it looked like? If you have never felt protected, what do you want it to look like? And grasp onto the idea of what those two things look like, safety and protection, and see based off of the idea that you have created in your mind about it, if it is possible to provide yourself with it. Okay, so I want you to think about that. What does safety look like? What it feels like? And have I ever felt it in my life? Okay. I think a lot of people are Tamar. Make sure y'all hitting the like on this video, okay? We got 140 people up in here. If you're a new subscriber, let me know. If this is your first time watching, let me know so I can celebrate you. We are about 200 away from hitting 16,000, y'all. That's crazy. But a lot of people are Tamar. They're the sister, the friend who's never felt seen, never felt protected, who wants to speak up. But when I speak up, there are repercussions. My sister's not talking to me, my mother lashing out at me, having that gap in our communication because I chose to speak up. A lot of people are Tamar, but they are so focused on pointing the finger that they don't want to see that they're hurt. Okay? They don't want to see it. I think that's true, probably. You say you had to grieve and let go of your sister too. I get the pain. It's hard, but it needs to be done. Yes, very true. Excuse me. Very true. Yes, Toni already said if we weren't sisters, we would not be friends. I would like to see Toni's real friends. Okay, where her real friends at? Where real friends at? Oh, they're re-releasing her. Okay. Yeah, I didn't like the Spanish. Mi amo Denise. Okay. What she call Mithy Rosa or something like that? If she's not speaking Canadian, then she's speaking Spanish. I think I saw that she did a new interview, but I haven't watched it. So they have the sound bath, and then we get to the dinner scene, the second dinner scene, y'all. Okay. The second dinner scene.
I'm not taking nothing back. What I will not allow to happen is that you tell a story or create a narrative that I put my hands on you and I did it when it was shown here and you stopped it wherever you wanted to stop it.
No, I didn't stop it. We can play it. It's still my interpretation. It's not going to change. You can play it 100 times.
But no, but
my interpretation.
If we do play it 100,
If you did not mean to put your hands on me,
my hair,
I did,
and kicked
the out you,
and because you're my sister,
wrong.
I didn't retaliate.
You should have. So why did you get in between us?
Because we are not supposed to do that as sisters. We are better than that. She stood up first.
I stood up second.
We are sisters.
She stood up first.
I can stand up.
I stood up
second. And I got in between my sisters.
You better take that back.
I'm not taking nothing back. You take it back that you put your hands on me. You take that back.
I take it back.
Oh, she gagged her right there.
Now what?
Yeah, now what? So let's talk about the dinner scene, y'all. Okay, let's get to the dinner scene. This is where things get really hashed out. Okay. This is where things get really hashed out. Let me make sure I caught up on most of y'all comments. They have the dinner scene, and there's a conversation about Trina putting her hands on Tamar. And I think there is a miscommunication here and an interpretation gap. You put your hands on me versus you got to lick in. All right. And I feel like that's where things break down between two people who have been in the same situation at the same event, but we have vastly different views of what really happened. Tamar brings out this laptop for production. And the thing is, people are like, you don't have proof that I really did. What I always see this on reality shows. I never said that. I didn't do that. Nowadays, we roll tape. We got the tape. We got the footage of you saying this. Okay. So she bring out the little laptop and, Trina's so like, "Ah, yeah, 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 yeah." And then we see it once again. Okay. Now the thing is, she did touch her. Did she push her? Did she get a lick in? No. Okay. She was so busy trying to protect Toni and got so caught up in the moment. I don't think she realized that, yes, she did touch Tamar. Okay. And so when they're having this argument back and forth, we see the battle versus the war. And I want y'all to clock this and learn something for a second. Sometimes the battle is not worth the war. And we see Toni say, just say okay. And Tamar's like, that's not my style. That's not me. That's you. That's your passiveness. She didn't say passive, but okay. And this is a prime example of the battle is not worth the war. And I think at some point, Tamar recognized that and was like, you know what? I take it back. I take it back. I messed up. I apologize to you, Toni, for saying you never stand up for me, that you're never there for me. And I take back and admit I was wrong, Trina. And I think the sisters are not used to this version of her. So when she said, oh, I take it back. Oh, well, I didn't come in here thinking that you was going to admit you're wrong. Damn, you got me. You got me, fam. And Tamar, to me, is showing a change in response, a change in behavior. Though, once again, she's not perfect. Killing is not perfect, y'all. Okay. But she's showing that, do I want to keep battling and get to another war? Recognizing your own relationships, whether it's with your boyfriend, your boo thing, your husband. Some of y'all be having arguments that can be simple little maybe battles that y'all can move away from, but you want to be right so bad that you're going to start a war. And the war is what's going to end up being a couple days, lasting effects. You're going to say some things during the war you can't take back. And the other person is going to remember it for quite some time. Okay. Quite some time. I think you hit the nail on the head as far as the real issue here. When one is ready to heal and the other men are committed to pretending, there is no current path forward. Simple as that. Yes. We have made a brand and a living off warring. Okay? We have made a brand and a life and money off warring. So why would I invest myself in the healing when the war is what keeps the lights on? The war keeps the lights on. The healing does not. The healing does not. I need y'all to sit with that. Okay, I need y'all to sit with that. Okay. She said, okay, thank you. I feel like my first core memory of feeling safe, happiness was with my grandfather. You were 3 or 4 when you were under him. So I'm wondering, how can I give myself safety? See, there's another thing that I've noticed in my sessions also. The only time, this should be researched a little bit. For people who are millennials, the only time they really felt safe was with a grandparent. I've seen this theme over and over again. And then once the grandparent passes away, the safety does too. And that might be a little bit too deep tonight for y'all, but I've seen that over and over again. Is that for a lot of people of the millennial generation, safety, comfort, unconditional love, feeling seen, nurturing came from a grandparent. And once the grandparent passed away, it was, I can't get that back. Because the safety died with that grandparent. I've seen it. Okay. So you have to think about, if you've never had it or you had it at, when you were young, what did it feel like back then? What did it feel like back then? And if you can give what you felt with that person, that feeling, if you can bring it back, if you can bring it back. I'm not too surprised that Tony's real friend is Chris. A lot of people's like connection, because don't you live in Calabasas or something, Tony? So this is not surprising. Spanish speaking Canadian. Trina's real issue with Tamar is that she was there for Ashley. I think that's surface. I think that's a battle. I think the Ashley thing is a battle. The war was already there. The war was there already. And unfortunately, Ashley is a casualty to war. I don't think the core issue is with Ashley. Ashley is a scapegoat and is an excuse to give Trina something to lean on and say that this is the reason why we're in this era of our sisterhood. To not take responsibility. Okay, to not take responsibility. Trina has issues that she needs to address with herself. Yes, keyword. Toni stood up first, then Tamar stood up second. And it was when they brought up Birdman, right? Once again, we're not going to talk about Brian. Okay, we're not going to talk about Brian. We're not allowed to talk about Brian. She does. It's interesting because you can see that Toni is acting like she doesn't know what's happening, what's going on, but her body shows the wear and tear of all of it. Okay. Her body shows the wear and tear of all. Look at the episode. Go back to when do I have it on here? It could have been just their makeup too, but it's just like bad in this scene. Okay. Is it on here? Do they have a picture? Oh.
Nothing back.
It could have been that her no shade. It could have been that her makeup is bad, or that the makeup is trying to cover the wounds of all these years. That's it for me. Okay. She looks tired. And I think that the war they've been going through is wearing her down. Okay, I'm gonna make my picture small just for a second. I know y'all hate that, but look at her. What do I do right now? I'm uncomfortable. This is making me anxious. I didn't come here for this. Is what this is giving me. And when I saw this, I was like, damn. The trauma is really aging her. And it's sad. It's really sad, y'all. What did Gabe help her learn? Maybe I missed that. Yeah, she was separating them. But the thing is, Tamar took it as you got a lick. She didn't push her differently, so I don't agree with Tamar on that. Everything else I agree. Because Toni started it. Yeah, that's why I think it was just everybody caught up and there's a difference of what happened, of course. But there was a touch. Was it a this? Was it a no. But there was a touch, y'all. There was a touch. Yeah, I know this is random, but Tamar keeps her manicure so on point. That is random. A detail I had not noticed. Make sure I got my phone. To be honest, I don't understand how Tamar doesn't know what Menthy Rosa means. It feels like the real era was so long ago. I forget about her being on that show. It was out of order. Now, where's my gavel? I need to go get my gavel, my out of order gavel. She did, though. She did touch her, but not in the sense of aggression. She did touch her, though. I wonder if they have security there. Mm. Yeah, she do. She do need to separate herself. She does. She does need to separate herself. Okay, Georgia Peach. I thought since seeing that if someone is heated, will they know what they touch? They have time to determine if it's a good place or a bad place when the person has some issues. No, you get caught up in the moment. That's why I think there's a difference in interpretation of what happened because I think emotions and feelings just really got in the way. Okay. Okay, you be in my comments too. I be seeing you and you be on the lives. I'm not sure if you changed your name, but wasn't there somebody also in here, Pink Virgo Moon or something? Um, the insecurity is that Trina wasn't going to break up the fight. She was running to protect Toni, which she was, the living legend. Essentially pushing Tamar aside. Yeah. One thing I've noticed about Trina and Tamar that they struggle to communicate, yes, they do, is like they speak two different languages. That's very common though in general in relationships. So very common thing. I must have missed what y'all agreeing to. I'm so behind on these comments. I think Ashley is back in Spain. Okay, she's back in Spain, minding her business, protecting her peace, y'all. Protecting her peace. Triz knows she did her niece wrong and needs to sit on that. Not attack Tamar for being there for her. What was I gonna say about this? I don't know if Trina will ever really admit her wrong. Ooh, who's all alcoholics? You talk about Vaughn and Trina? Y'all with Tamar. Trina was still trying to give Toni a pass for real jumping up. You think there's guilt on whose side? Do you think Toni holds any guilt? Do y'all think Toni holds any guilt? Some of these comments are getting a little bit too therapy. Mm. Oh, hey, little purse. I think Trina did the right thing. It was done with no malice. No malice. No malice to choose to protect Toni to jump up. I don't know about that. But I bet you if Towanda would have did the same thing, I bet you not near one hand on Tamar would have been thrown. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Yes, when emotions are high, you don't touch people. But when emotions are high, you don't think about not touching people. You don't think about that. You get caught up in the moment. That's why too many people end up on Snap, the first 48. Most of the first 48 cases are because people got caught up in the moment. Made permanent decisions off temporary feelings. I wonder if she has the option to not go to work. She doesn't. She doesn't. She's paying for too many things like alimony, her kids going to college, her lifestyle, mommy's lifestyle. I think she has to. She had bad deals in the 90s. So that money gone. She's filed for bankruptcy. Living in California is high as hell. Yeah, and that's the thing. Contact was made. She did touch her, and Trina kept saying, I did not touch you. I did not touch you. And you pause the computer at the part you really want to believe or you really want to see. But she did touch her, just was not malicious. But she did touch her. Oh, see, some of y'all do think that Toni feels guilt. Yes, she looks so drained. She looks so drained. She looks so drained. And I wonder if she just doesn't want to do the show anymore, but the money, the blood money. Tamar shared her recent interview that Trina was protecting Toni while pushing her aside. Yes, someone said that. She still took accountability for being violent. Tamar took accountability, right? Ooh. That's a good one. That's a good one right there. I think that's true. She did. Physically, she was here, but mentally she was somewhere else. Crunk and Ray, yeah. Nuck if you buck. Okay. I think that Trina even came to this dinner, with a chip on her shoulder and was not expecting her sister to apologize. She was not expecting her sister to apologize. It's like, oh, what do I say and do now? Okay. I was not expecting you to apologize. Oh, you're saying that Trina and Vaughn drink too much. Mm. But when do we see? I guess, do you watch them cook? I don't watch the cooking show. Maybe that's when they be drinking. I think Tamar got physical with Trina because she got into defense mode when Toni stood up and pushed the table. Yeah, going back to not feeling protected. Ah, see, I knew it. I knew you were the same person. I think Toni has guilt because Tamar said Towanda said something that happened. Oh, the something in 95, aka. So much trauma in this family. Do y'all think that they'll ever really be able to heal, though? Will they ever really heal? I agree. She's sick and exhausted. Okay. You can see it on her. It's sad. The makeup can't cover up the trauma. It can't cover up the wounds that are seeping through her skin. Some of y'all feel like she should be feeling guilty. Wow. She can't have a soft life with these sisters. She can't. She been carrying this family since what, the 90s? I would love to see Toni do some deep work. Some deep work. And I wonder if she actually started doing deep work, how much of a difference it would make in her life. Because she's a prime example of when you don't heal, when you don't do the work, your body absorbs all of it. Your body absorbs it. Yeah, she looks depleted. She eventually kind of did. Okay, she kind of did. I agree. Somebody said that they feel like Trina holds her own. I can't remember the comment, but I was like, holds her own. Trina is a follower. Oh, they said that they feel like Trina is the peacemaker. I was like, what? Are we watching the same show? I said depleted, right? Did I say I didn't say depleted? Oh, okay. You watch them cook and they be drinking a lot. Okay. I don't watch I don't watch that. It's beneath me. Okay. Lately I've been watching so much Pop the Balloon. It's low key become my like comfort show. Kind of like my scroll show. I watch it and be scrolling on my phone. I was watching random episodes of Pop the Balloon. Do I think that Vaughn loves Trina? I think he likes the idea of her. I think he has love for her. But is he in love? Okay, is he in love? I don't know about that one. Let me ask you, is this the kind of love you want from a man? How about y'all answer me in the chats? Is this the kind of love you want from a man? Y'all let me know. Because it ain't the kind of love I want from my husband. Okay. Tamar is the most self-aware of all the sisters. I feel she is the family scapegoat. Yeah, she is a scapegoat because she's the loudest. Yeah, deflect. The family likes to deflect and gaslight her. Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah, I remember the DUI, but that isn't, that was so long ago. Like it doesn't equate to her now having a drinking problem. Um, I just don't. I don't watch her enough to know like her drinking habits or to say something like that. I don't think it would even got brought up if Tamar didn't bring it up. Do it come on tonight? Should I kind of recap some of them Lifetime movies? I was thinking about watching the Eric Jerome Dickey ones because I used to be big as a child. I should not say this. I was really into his books in high school. My mama had them. Milk in My Coffee, Friends and Lovers. Um, I used to read his books. It's sad that he passed away, but he was such an amazing writer. So I thought about because I was such a fan, but then again, I want to watch it to enjoy it, not have it become work. And that's the balance I'm really trying to figure out. um how do we know didn't mean to offend? Hmm. Oh, I thought the movie came on tonight. Yes, definitely a pick me. Definitely a pick me. Sorry, Lynette, it's beneath me. It's low vibrational. It's beneath me. Okay. I'm not about to sit up and watch her cook. Clock it. You clocked it. You clocked it. Yeah, Tamar has become the new target. She is a new target, y'all. Somebody tag me in them Carlos King videos he been doing with Blue Centric because he need a therapist to come on there. Okay. I don't understand why they would not consider doing therapy or have meditation off camera. If they truly want to heal, not everything has to be public. So here's the thing about that. Okay. Less of more. Okay. The therapist in me is like, yes, of course, do the deep work outside, no cameras, go to therapy multiple times a week, go on a retreat. I've said this, go on a retreat a whole month. Okay. Commit to no phones, no outside contact. just the four of us, a therapist, a yogi, have a chef be up in there, like a real retreat, not no rented Malibu mansion, like a real retreat setting, Zion or something, and really heal. Okay, really commit to it. Now, the messy side of me is like film it so I can watch and dissect it. But I totally agree. I think that if they were really invested, they would be willing to give, I would say, at least a month to sit somewhere, do the work, and talk about all the reasons why they have gotten to this point in their lives. But like I have said, there's no money in that. Okay, there's no money in us getting together just to say we got together and do the work. Okay, there's no money in that. But I agree. If they were really invested, it would be off camera, no WeTV. But I need to help himself. Need to help himself. Yeah, see, I will watch it. I just don't know if the sisters are invested in that. There is a link between you gotta think your body is absorbing your stress, your trauma. That's why so many, Black people have the things, Vaughn has. We have heart disease. I think there's been research that heart disease is a silent killer of Black women. Okay, there's a straight connection. Is Toni 60? Wow. She not 60, is she? Is Toni 60? Ooh. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that, y'all. Trina describes herself as Trina in the middle. I can see that she's in the middle. But no matter what, tonight she's going to choose Tawanda's side. She doesn't want to get left out. She doesn't want to be in the position that Tamar is in. So she going to roll with mommy and she going to roll with Towanda. Did you make this comment on the video? Excuse me. Somebody made this comment on one of my videos that they're the same person. And they're like getting attention. Mm. Yeah, I think if she talked more about her health, use your platform for good. Talk about how other people can relate to being on high blood pressure medication, the stigma, not wanting to take it. I think that it could have been such a larger conversation. Damn, did I read this one? Was that one? I don't want to say newer, but did this one come out after I feel like his book started to take a different narrative outside of the Friends and Lovers, Milk and My Coffee. And then he went to this different era. I wonder if Genevieve was one of those books. Yeah. Yeah. And let me know, are they going to do all his books or are they just doing a couple of them? He is grouchy. He is very grouchy. He's crude. That wasn't crude. Somebody used a word last week when we were talking about it. I can't think of the word. Do you think people are noticing now because of these last 2 seasons? Or you think that there's something else where people are starting to recognize, oh, okay, we see what's going on? The therapist will need therapy. Hey, I'm going to keep it real now. I'm going to keep it real. The messy side of me is like, yes, I want to watch it. But yes, the therapy side is like, no cameras allowed. Okay. Damn, Tamar is 50? Wow. Why do I think maybe she was like a 44? Yes. They could have been. Ooh, maybe that would be a good video, how they could have been the Kardashians and why the Kardashians versus the Braxtons. Let me tease that one out a little bit. Oh, so you're saying Toni is 58. 58, okay. Let her be 58 before y'all put that big 60. Okay. Oh, I can see that being a storyline next year. My last year of being in my 50s. The things I want to do before I turn 60. Y'all like put some respect on her. She only 58, not 60. Everybody's saying it. 58. Oh, you guys are saying that Trina is 50, okay. Not y'all knowing what year. I want to is this the same year you were born? Is that maybe why? 58, 48. See, I wasn't far off. I thought she was like maybe 44. No matter what, some of y'all still gonna believe that Tamar is a problem. A touch is a touch. Whether you barely touch me, a touch is a touch. Okay, so Tamar is 49. Y'all saying she just turned 60. Y'all feel like she was rude at the sound bath? I don't know if she was rude. She wasn't like the nicest. Maybe I missed that. I feel like she was rude at the sound bath. Fact. Oh, you're all caught up. Okay. Very different networks. E versus We TV. Yeah, very different. The money is hidden different too. Marketing is hidden different. And that's another thing you do have to remember, that, there is some touch history in this family. Okay. And those touch histories do carry wounds. Okay. I got you. Trauma, I got you. Once again, touch histories. Having their space invaded, not feeling protected. People not consenting to touching them. That's the trauma that Tamar is also carrying from relationships and from childhood. But she still touched her, y'all. You have to remember that people have touch histories. Yeah, was she saying that to Chelsea? We gotta be a little bit more open, y'all. If we really want to heal, be open to different forms of healing. Yeah, she's like, not that witchcraft stuff. Not that. I don't know who she praying to. The devil. I don't know who it is. Not my heaven. Yeah, she wasn't open. But I think at the same time, like, she does have a right. She doesn't want to engage in the sound bath. She does have a right to, not be engaged in it. Yeah, once again, going back to the touch history. They all do, though. They've all benefited from her stardom. Yeah, she does. It's just wearing on her, y'all. It's wearing on her. And we didn't really talk, we haven't talked yet about the cease and desist. What do y'all think about that? It seems like they were all in it together. They all contributed in some way. We really didn't see mommy that much this season. The fake tears. Yeah, no more of this. Okay. But they also, in some way, they did give all her information to that attorney, those attorneys, to send that paperwork. I was trying. Yeah, Toni was the one who gave the address, but then also Trina admitted to giving out some information too. I think I originally thought it was the brother, but I think in reality they all in some ways assisted in that paperwork getting sent to her. What did you say? I wish they revisit Ayanna when she comes back. But the thing about Ayanna, they're not new episodes, y'all. It's the old episodes. We're getting updates. And I think she's gonna give more insight into the people, her most prominent episodes. So they're not new episodes. It's just they're kind of remixing it. And in low key, I think it's kind of a test to see if how the world feels about those things now, because I think back in the day she got away with a lot of things she said and did that nowadays I think that she probably would get canceled for. So I kind of feel like it's a little bit of a test. Um, and they're playing on people's nostalgia to see if this is something that they can bring back. They need something to bring in like people to continue watching. The relationship show that they keep coming out with is not really probably holding the network up as much as they used to. Um, so it's just a remix version of the old. It's the same episodes though. Yeah, I agree. They are jealous. They're jealous. Oh, they want apologies from Tamar, but they're not willing to give apologies themselves. I want to see the sisters apologize for weaponizing Tamar's mental health against her. That was so cruel. But yeah, we can't talk about the high blood pressure medication or issues that Trina is having. Mm, mm. Y'all are in the comments arguing about when Toni was born and her birthday. You know, I feel like Tamar is the one who always has to take responsibility all the time. It's up to her. It's up to her. Nobody else. They all in some way, I think they all contribute to that whole thing. And they all knew about it too. I don't know why they played it off like they did. Yes, heal off camera. Okay, heal off camera. We need to heal off camera. But I think Toni, I think Trina, they all in some ways contribute to that document being sent to her house. But that's the thing also, like, y'all, you know, y'all do realize that Yana is not a therapist, right? She's a life coach. Okay, she's a life coach. And I think people give her too much, you know, credit that, you know, a therapist should not be talking to people, calling them gutter snipers. But she's not a therapist. She's a popular life coach. She said, "Why do you hate coming? Oh, why do you hate on camera?" I was surprised about that too, because she would drive an hour to go in and spend time with her to watch the games. I wonder if this was during the pandemic too, because I remember Tamar would cook on Sundays during the pandemic. She would have all her friends over there. Yeah. I wonder how many people were actually traumatized after being on that show. But yeah, they're not new episodes. She's just going over her most popular episodes, giving us updates and insights into the particular families or people that she worked with on those episodes. So I'll be watching it because I've always wanted to recap it. Um, but because of all this copyright stuff on YouTube, it's hard to do that. So there's an opportunity for me to talk to y'all about it. Are y'all gonna watch? I know I'm looking forward to watching it. You really believe that? That they have a good relationship with each other, they're just doing it for ratings? All the social media stuff, all the interviews, that it's all fake. Come on now. Okay, come on now. What are you saying, Beth? Yeah, it shows that Tamar and Trina have a good relationship if Trina is not involved. Well, this was one of her most popular episodes, was the Neffy one. That was one of her most popular ones. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, that the beef is fake. Come on now. 25 years of fake beef? No, no. It's real, y'all. It's real. It's real. Okay. I forgot to. It's definitely real. All right. But they I guess come to terms and kind of hug it out. And the next day they all eating together. And then we see Towanda. Yeah, I heard about the retreat. Okay. And I'm just gonna move forward with grace, is what she says, right? I'm gonna move forward with grace. I really think the world has given Towanda the ability to think that her shit don't stink. Okay. Her shit don't stink. That her and Sean got it going on. Okay. Okay. I think they're gonna show that one because the gutter snipe thing is such a popular cultural moment that they have to show that one. Tawana has been getting away with moving strange for how many years? How many years? A long time. Almost 30 years at this point. She's been getting away with moving strange. Yeah, notice every time she started really talking about her business, and when stories come out about her, or things that nobody's supposed to know come out about her. Yeah, since the beginning. Since the beginning. Did I notice Kevin Jr.'s speech pattern? I did. I did notice that. He says certain things the way a young child would. I noticed that, yeah. But some things you notice and you just don't speak about, basically. But yeah, I noticed it. There's some developmental things there that you notice and you just keep it to yourself. Yeah, you notice and you keep it to yourself. I just want her off my TV screen. No more Towanda takes unless it's in the last episode. How do you hate your sister if she gave you $35K for a house to put your kids in? Because I only want the money. Lots of people do this. Okay, lots of people do this. Okay, lots of people do this. Let me keep my thought in my head a little bit more PC. But a lot of people do this. Use people for their own personal gain, especially in families. I don't like you, but I like the money you got. Okay, I need help with my car payment. The things people would do a little bit of something strange for some change. Okay, put up with some folks for personal gain. You know your sister got a check on the way. Start calling your sister a little bit more. Okay, because that check gonna be in the mail. She didn't came into a settlement, and you want some of her settlement check. Oh, she also bought her a car. I know that. Still want to know if her. What is this? I still want to know if her and old boy were together. Why didn't he help? Oh, why didn't Sean help with the house? The house note or the house payment? Somebody said that the house was bought with the Big Brother money, so it had to be. She went on Big Brother. Was it during the pandemic when they had Celebrity Big Brother? And she was with Sean. I don't know what Sean really does financially. He ain't got it. Okay. And it also made me wonder watching the wedding if WeTV put up the money for the wedding. A lot of these shows, when they have things like that, the network pays for it. If they pay for the trip to was it Tulum? And she in some ways was able to get the wedding of her dreams, I guess, through WeTV. Mm, yeah. Oh, yeah, I saw her talking about on live that she was like the other woman or something like that. Mm, more common than what you think. Oh, 2019 when she won the money. She was with Sean then, because then he proposed. He proposed in 22 or 23. Yeah, so y'all believe that WeTV paid for the wedding? Yeah, I think they did. Everybody was like, "Where did the name come from?" Oh, you know another thing. I just thought about. Somebody might have said this last year. She probably called him Scratchy because she didn't want to call him Kevin because she doesn't like his father. It's probably why she came up with the name Scratchy. And him and his father have the same name. They said the only thing Towanda has helped produce is so many ways that could explain why he didn't make it to a group. Yeah, I'm pretty sure WeTV paid for that wedding at that hall. Yeah, I don't like Sean. Yeah, they were together. From what I know, they've been together for a long time. Because they kept asking them, were they ever gonna get married? Did I say Towanda? I said Tamar, right? Tamar gave her some of the money, I think, from her big brother check. Did I say Towanda? She did. I think because his name is Kevin and she doesn't like his father, whose name is Kevin Sr. So she replaced it with the name Scratchy. And that's how Trina said to Tamar, I'm not going to let you rewrite what happened, but when you look back, you see the main ones who write history is Tawana and Trina every time you talk about Tracy. I wish I know it was a very personal experience, but I wish we could have they could have made a documentary or something about that so we could have heard what Tracy like really wanted and not what her sisters keep telling us that she wanted. Um but anything else from this season? Do y'all feel like healing is possible? Will we ever see them really heal? No, Tawanda is not the reason why. Um I think they were just never taught money. I think a lot of communities of color, families of color were just not taught how to manage money because we didn't grow up with money. So now you're as an adult trying to figure out how to manage money when you never had it, you never were taught how to. Yeah. Tony, how long you been up in here? Well, you've been in here for a minute. I just keep missing your comments. Yeah, I do think there needs to be accountability for everyone. But I don't know if accountability for everyone is really going to be happening. Wait, Kevin, you up in here? You up in here? Let me let me drop you the link and we can chat. Oh, how do I drop you the link? Not Kevin being up in the chat now. We need to have a conversation because I need to have a real interview with you. I want to talk about some things. You really up in here. Oh, we need to chat because I really want to talk to you. I'm like, wait a minute. Yes, y'all, he really in here. But I need to have your email address or something so that we can have a conversation. I don't want to put you on. If you want to come into the live, we could talk tonight. But yeah, we need to get together so we can have a real conversation, okay? Stop asking him where the album at, y'all. Leave this man alone. Y'all want me to interview him? How do I get in touch with you? How do I get in touch with you so I can reach out and talk to you on a professional level? But yeah, everybody hopes you are doing well. We want to hear from you directly. Okay. Just when I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get tired of talking. What's up, Kev? Oh, when she crashed out about the parking spot. I'm guessing with like production and everybody there though, they did tell everybody, y'all want to talk to him tonight. Hey, I saw the face and I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. But yeah, everyone hopes that you and your son are doing well. But um I gotta figure out a way to contact you so we can talk. But I have so many questions just about from your perspective as a father, grieving, Tracy, how you were managing post, you're losing your wife and all these different things. Um, but yeah, I would love to have a conversation. Not on no shady blogger stuff either. Okay. Yeah, I watched the interview with your son too. Okay. I can tell as a father you was holding back, trying to protect him, but also maybe, you know, protect the legacy of your wife. But I could tell when he said he lost his license, I could tell the father in you was like, do I say it? Do I hold back? Do I let him be a man? But yeah, let's chat so we can do this interview. Why y'all keep saying that about Sean? But yeah, the chat is showing your love. Everybody hit the like, please. Like the video, like the live. Yeah. Yeah. Why are y'all laughing? Oh, I don't think I saw this one. I saw the one you did with Andre too. I watched that one. But let me see. Are you on Instagram? So I can let me figure out how to find your contact information. It might be on your YouTube channel though, also. But yeah, how can I get in contact with you? Y'all call me the good sis. Okay, let me look up let me send you a DM right now on IG. And then I'll so we can start a conversation. Okay. So I'm about to send you a message so that we can try and connect. Okay, so I just sent you a message on Instagram. So we can try and connect to set up like an interview. Yeah, y'all ain't like the man wig? Okay, y'all ain't like the man piece? Y'all ain't like the man wig, okay? Okay, good. Yeah, we want to hear from your perspective of things. We're hearing so much to me about our From the Sisters, Tawanda's version, Trina's version. But we're also, I think people are also wondering, what's going on with the legacy and, music being released and, about those last days and times of, Tracy's life and what she wanted for herself. The sisters keep saying what she wanted, but I want to know, what did she actually want? Like, is the show all of this? It just feels a little bit exploitative, okay, and not actually what she wanted. Y'all did this. Y'all did this. Okay, I just got your message on Instagram, so I'll follow up after the live. Okay. You said the carpet got to go. Uh, but I want to know from you guys, what do you feel like, or what do you think healing looks like for these sisters? Because they will go on the show, the season ends, we see them hug it out. We see, I don't even want to say healing. We see a scene. Okay, we see a scene. And then we see, Tamar arguing with Towanda. We see, I was about to say Gabe. Damn. I was about to say we see Gabe and Trina. We see Bond and Trina arguing online. So it's like, is it really healing? Okay. Is it really healing? Okay, yeah, we're gonna set that up. Okay, we're gonna set that up to talk. Okay. And once again, I'm not no shady blogger either. Okay. I don't know if you watched my other videos I've been doing this whole season. I have a whole playlist, but I'm not no shady blogger either. Okay. Yeah, change behavior. Change behavior. Thank you. Thank you. I think she wants to feel a part of the sisterhood. And as much she's moving with good intention, you can't do it on your own. I say that you cannot fight a war on your own. And over again, we see Tamar trying to fight a battle when it's a war. Okay, we have moved past the point of a battle and it's war. And you can't fight that on your own. You can't be fighting a war on your own with people who are not invested in healing. There's no money in healing. Like I said at the beginning, why would I invest in healing when the war keeps the lights on? The war is what keeps the lights on. People are more invested in the war than our healing. Now, y'all say y'all would sit up and watch a season of them healing, but would you really? Okay, would you really? Oh, you new to the channel? Hey. Good night to come on in. Welcome to the channel. Good night to come on in. Yes, I am very professional. Okay, I'm a little ratchet at times, but um, yeah, I'm good. I'm good people. Okay. Yes, heal off camera. They need therapy. Oh my God, this is so crazy. I have been wanting. I've been thinking about since Friday reaching out to Kevin. God is so crazy. God is so funny. Um, so funny. They need to heal off camera. They all need therapy, both as a group and individually. Have open, honest conversations and change behaviors without their mother interfering. But even this season, I feel like we didn't really see much of Miss E. We saw Towanda interfering. So we can't put the blame on Miss E when it's also Towanda. Okay, it's also Towanda. Yeah, it's like you can say you're sorry. You can do apologies. What did Trina do? She said, I take it back. But it's for a scene, y'all. It's to make money. Okay, it's to make money. And I get so tired of, honest moment here. I get tired times working with people who want to heal, who have not made room for healing in their lifestyle. You come to therapy, we talk about it, but what are you doing outside of therapy? Once our, 50 to 60-minute session is over, does your life have room for healing? And I see it doesn't. I see their lives do not have room for healing. Okay, there's no room for healing. Okay, there's no room. So Katrina, you say you would watch if they were actually being honest. Oh, thank you. I feel like I'm having one of those Keith Lee moments. God is amazing. God is amazing. Because the way, like, oh my God, I woke up this morning, like, damn, God is amazing, y'all. This is so crazy. I honestly feel like this channel is about to explode. Like we are on a collision course with this channel just going crazy. It's doing crazy numbers right now. I feel it. And this is another sign that I'm doing the right thing. I'm in the right place. Yeah, I think the mom is a source, but Tawanda continues it. Okay. Because like I said, we didn't see much of Miss E. We didn't see much of Miss E. Wait, what? Oh. Damn, you know how time moves so fast? Like I forgot that even happened. Damn, I forgot that even happened. Did those charges ever get even happen? They must have got dropped. Cause I never heard nothing really after her assistant came out and spoke. Um, what is that guy's name that be singing about the Pay LaBelle pies? It just popped up and went away. Okay, y'all saying y'all will watch it. Okay, y'all would watch it. Proof is in the pudding. Absolutely, you have to make a change for yourself and not just talk about it. Yeah, very true. Well, let me see y'all where my son is. He went to a party in our neighborhood, and it was supposed to be over at 9 o'clock. You know, I'm an active parent, okay? I'm not no passive parent. So where's my child at? I want to see Day weaken the lifestyle and join them as siblings. That I don't know if that will happen. My husband, like, I haven't reached out to him. Why you haven't texted him? The party was supposed to be over at 9. Okay. Yeah, I just don't see, and that's is a tangent. Now, y'all know recently that Tia and Tamar reconciled. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about her show coming back for a second season, but I would be curious about whether her show is going to show her and her sister reconciling. And I would also be curious about how those numbers do, because I just don't feel like people are invested in watching people heal as much as the toxicity. But I want to know, you know, if her show came back for a second season, if you watched the first one, because it was on WeTV. Would you be curious to watch how her and her sister were able to kind of reconnect after being estranged for so long? Oh, thank you. It is like my last like week of videos. I'm just like, I went to bed last night and one of my videos, I'm like, oh, it's not doing that great. It only had 200 views. I woke up this morning, it had like 4,000. I'm like, what happened? I'm like, what happened? What's going on? Yeah, you gotta make hard decisions, uncomfortable decisions. You gotta be willing to get uncomfortable. I agree. Yeah, I agree. That's why I'm like, next season, what is there to give? What is there to give? Oh, thank you. I do. I work very hard on this channel, y'all. Very hard. Yeah, she is. She is. Oh my God. Do y'all think the blow up doll was necessary? I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was gonna have a Ray J moment and throw Towanda in the pool. You know, when they bring up Ray J bringing throwing Princess in the pool, he'd be like, "What y'all talking about?" Like we all didn't watch that happen. Mm. Now I don't watch. I didn't watch when they were on the show, like in the what was it, the early 2000s when they had the show together. I don't. I watched it, but I don't remember every like, you know, all the stuff. But for some reason, people keep bringing up how bad of a sister Tia was. Oh, Lynette, you found me for the first time tonight? Okay. Did you subscribe? But welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Okay, welcome to the channel. Anybody else of you here for the first time, let me know. Huh? Seems like she might go to prison for fraud. Oh, what? Yeah, I don't know if she would feel like that was okay. I was wondering about the face too. I think the face was like because it was it me or did one scene it have a face and another scene it didn't have the face? I was confused. Oh, did you also just find this channel for the first time tonight? Let's Okay, so he's still at the party. Okay. Okay, mama's okay with that. Okay. You know, I'm active with my kids. Like, where you at? Where you at? I'm here for healing fun shade. You get my brand then. The brand. And y'all know the fans be watching these reality shows, as we saw with Wendy. Okay. And also be watching these Instagram accounts. Oh, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, that's not no apology. That ain't an apology. Okay, that's not an apology. But welcome to the channel. Welcome. Let's show the newbies some love in the chats. Damn, we've been on here for 2 hours, y'all. Oh, thank you. Another new person. This is probably is this your first live? Okay. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Let me throw my Trina in there. Buenos dias. Wait, that is welcome, right? No, I don't think that is welcome, actually. Bon is why Trina got anxiety. I think Trina had anxiety though before Bon. But I do think that's it adds to it, but she had it before Bon. Okay, hey. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I think I said good morning. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. I think I got that wrong. I saw this in the blogs. Like, did she say on the show? Oh, it's your first live. Okay. I figure it must be your first live because I haven't been live that much. This might actually be our last live this week because it's the holiday and I got family coming in for the holiday. So this will probably be our last live this week. So maybe we might go live like next Sunday. What is next Sunday? But because of the holiday, I'm not really going to be able to be live. Yeah, I realized I said good morning. Where did this come from? Where did this come from? Oh, y'all be digging. Okay. But y'all can always, since you're on the live, we're going to keep it on the low that I'm going to interview Kevin. Okay. Because that's going to be my exclusive. Okay. But y'all can send me some questions y'all might want to know. Y'all can DM me on Instagram, like some questions y'all might have for him. I'm really hoping that I can find some time early next week to do it before I have company be here for the holiday. I would love to do that. Hopefully like on Monday before the holiday. And I can maybe drop it next week. Oh, I must have missed that in all the chaos. I thought I saw somewhere somebody put up the mug shots. I know, man. Like, it's been a long time coming, y'all. It's been a long time. A long time. It's something also like full circle. I'm wearing my original, like when I first started YouTube, these glasses. Like there's so much so much going on with the signs and uh, I'm just loving it. Oh, I must have missed this. I know she said the thing about the phone bill. Oh, I must have missed that. Mm. I'm sure she didn't repay her mama with all the money from the show and other things for stealing them checks. But yeah, y'all, if y'all have questions y'all want me to ask Kevin, y'all can DM me on Instagram. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't remember like the background of why she was on the show. Mhm. But yeah, it's been a night, y'all. It's truly been a night. Wow. For this to be the season finale live, it's been a night. Oh my God. You never know who'll be watching this shit. You just never know. The check thing happened in what, 95? Oh man. Well, I think, we've been on here for a while now. I'm gonna what else? Anything else from the show or the family I want to talk about? I've been thinking about doing a video talking about uh Candy and Todd's divorce, so I might drop that maybe tomorrow. Because it is divorce season. It's the end of the year. Okay, everybody about to start laying out their divorces between now and January. So I might do a video on that tomorrow. But yeah, I appreciate y'all being on the live tonight. If you have not already, hit that like button, share the live. Oh man, I get to talk to Kevin. And then maybe Kevin Jr. Oh man, I might talk about that tomorrow. Yeah, I might do a video about them and drop it tomorrow. So y'all doing too much now. Y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much. Y'all give me a little bit too much credit. That come on, Tamar. Yeah, I don't know if they ever can come back. I don't know if they ever can come back, y'all. Sometimes you just say things that I just don't think you can come back from. Yes, Beth, we are. We are lucky for that. Y'all saying Tamar? Tamar on my channel, my little ass channel. You think I should be in her DMs? I don't know about that. I just got lucky and he was on the live. Can y'all imagine Sherelle talking about my channel? Because you know if I interview him, she gonna be all up in it, right? Sherelle gonna be like, so Kevin went on this therapist page. What's her name? Denise Brady. And here's what he said on her channel. Yeah, I can already see it now. Oh my God. What if it gets to like the neighborhood talk? I'm doing too much. Okay, I'm doing too much. Y'all saying speaking into I don't live in LA, so I would love to like go out and meet her and have a seafood boil with her. We just talk and do therapy. Oh my God, I would love that. Because I love me some seafood. Oh, okay. Maybe, I always say the worst thing that can happen is somebody says no. I think he's on lock in for real, y'all. He already DM'd me on Instagram. And he started following me, so that it's gonna happen. You said bring you. I reach out to people. Sometimes they say yes, sometimes they say no. I reached out to only one person from Married at First Sight. I reached out to Brittany. I don't know if y'all remember, but I told y'all that Ashley reached out to me during the first season. And I think with just like her living in a different country, we were emailing back and forth and she just stopped responding to my emails. But I did reach out to Ashley. I can try again. Y'all still arguing about Toni age, y'all. No, I don't drink coffee though, so I'm gonna need somebody to shoot the content. Okay, so you can shoot the content. But I don't drink coffee. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Let me pump my own tire and let me just, shoot my shot and see what happens. Okay. You just never know. Oh, you're a photographer. Okay. Okay. Life is so crazy, y'all. Life is so crazy. Didn't I say at the beginning this channel was like on the brink of an explosion? Wasn't I saying that? Did I say that before he came in? That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, Ashley had actually, I think she reached out to me. I didn't even email her. She emailed me about coming on the channel, and then we were doing back and forth. And then the email chain she just stopped responding. But I've reached out to people before. I reached out to a couple guys on last season of the King's Court. And two of them, did I do 2 interviews or 1? I can't remember. I did 1 for sure. And then a second person, they were late, but they responded. But then it was like, I feel like the hype of the show was over and I didn't really care as much, to be honest. But yeah, I reach out to people. Sometimes they say yes, sometimes they say no. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. The algorithm is finally seeing me. No, I didn't. I watched like the first 2 episodes, and I think I even recapped probably the first or 2 episodes. And I just didn't like the way that it was kind of going. So I didn't finish watching it. That's some bull. That's some bullshit. Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I think the algorithm is finally starting to see my stuff. It only took 3 years. 3 years of constant work. Where we at right now on the subs? Okay. We're almost 150 away. This morning it was almost 300. Okay. We doing our big one. You talking about the Tamar one? It's probably just gonna be on my it's gonna be a Zoom, y'all. But if we were doing in person, oh man. Let me I know it's what, like 10:30 over there already. Let me just follow up on this message before I go to bed. Mm. Okay. Yeah, it would be next level in person. Oh, he said he want to talk tomorrow. Okay. Mm. Yeah, he must be ready to do this interview. Yeah. Send me the questions, y'all, on Instagram. Oh, it's his birthday. I forgot his birthday is coming up. Okay. What time should I talk to him tomorrow? Y'all about to have me DM Tamar. I know. This is crazy. That's so crazy, y'all. I should reach back out to Ashley. I wonder if she's just like probably over all the mess though. She might be over the mess. Oh, he messaged me back. What's happening, y'all? Okay. Okay, we're gonna talk tomorrow. Okay, we're gonna talk. Is anyone else noticing how short the seasons are becoming? Because budgets have been cut. That's why. Budgets have been cut. You want me to DM her? Beth was like, nuh-uh. He totally got your face. Oh my God, but this has been a great live tonight. This is the longest live I've ever done. But I appreciate you guys. Be sure to subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, you're gonna want to stay tuned to the channel. I said that in the beginning of the video this morning. Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah, budgets are low. Budgets are very low. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to log off. Send this joy right now. Okay, send this joy for a little bit. But have a good evening wherever you are. Be safe. Have a good one. I will see you in the next video. Thank you guys for all of your support. Thank you for all the support. I could not have gotten this far and these different opportunities without each and every one of you guys. Okay, so have a good evening. God is good. Okay, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. See ya.